Okay. I hope we're all having fun in the sun before, summer ends and fall begins. And in case you didn't guess, we are discussing the Lego Star Wars Summer Vacation today.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's going to be fun. What were your first preliminary thoughts on this short?
Yeah, so my first kind of thoughts on it, it was exciting. We got the announcement that they were doing the Lego Summer Vacation special. So this is the third of these Lego specials since Disney Plus. We had the holiday special back in 2020. We had the Terrifying Tales last fall, and then the Summer Vacation just came out just a little while ago, and I was pretty excited about it. I mean, it's always fun. I really like the Lego Star Wars. I like the video games. I like kind of the cartoon shorts that we used to have, and then these specials are always pretty fun. So I was excited to watch it, excited to see the way that they went with it. It's fun the way they're setting it up, right? So you get the kind of the main crew here from the sequel trilogy. You get Finn, Rey, Poe, Chewie, Rose, and then all the droids, and they're all going on board the Halcyon on their summer vacation. So yeah, I was just excited to kind of get these characters back, and just some of the humor that you get from Star Wars. You know, it doesn't take Star Wars seriously, which is always fun to get a little break from everyone having such strong opinions on everything, to have just a little break from that, and just something that's just fun and lighthearted and a good time. So yeah, initial thoughts when it was announced, I was just excited for it. So what about you, Cassia? What do you think about the Lego stuff from Star Wars here?
Oh, it's always fun. I think it doesn't take itself seriously, but it does believe in itself. And kind of looking back, the race-centric holiday special episode, we covered that in episode 46, and the Poe-centric kind of Halloween-ish episode, we covered that in 92, and now we have a Finn-centric episode. And even though, I feel like I'm a positive, Star Wars fan, to me, the Lego Star Wars trilogy is my sequel trilogy, and I don't know, it kind of seems like the creators of these Lego Star Wars skits really understand, what Star Wars is all about, so, I do have fun watching these and covering them on the pod.
Yeah, definitely, and it is fun, I thought, to get kind of these characters back. And even had Billy D. Williams was back to do the voice of Lando Calrissian. Kelly Marie Tran was back to do the voice of Rose Tico. And then you get kind of all the voices from Clone Wars and stuff, reprising their roles. So D. Bradley Baker, James Arnold Taylor, Matt Lanter, those. So yeah, it just kind of sets up this really fun little trip. And as I mentioned, everyone's kind of going on this summer vacation on the Halcyon, which is the Galactic Star Cruiser experience you can go to at Disney World, which I've been fortunate enough to go on myself. So it was really neat to see that kind of in Lego form, and that's where kind of the backbone of the story is. And then it breaks down into 3 sections. So it felt to me very similar to the way they structured the Terrifying Tales, where you kind of are sending your main character. It was Poe in that one, it's Finn in this one, where they're kind of going, and then they're getting this little side story to teach them the lessons of what it means to go on a good summer vacation with your friends.
Yeah, but to me, I think the story kind of telling conceit was a little bit better here than it was utilized in the Halloween episode. I mean, I still enjoyed the Halloween episode, but I found I liked this one better. But who knows? I did kind of think this was the best Halcyon ad ever. What did you think?
Yeah, definitely. I really enjoyed doing that, and yeah, it looks really cool in Lego form, and getting to see all the characters there and interacting kind of with that space was kind of surreal to see after having gotten to do it in person. So yeah, that was pretty interesting. I mean, you could probably say that that's more or less just a commercial for the Halcyon, but I don't know. Lego never really seems to bow to those kind of pressures, and they seem to just do and have whatever kind of zany fun they want to, like having Weird Al come and be a band leader on the beaches of Scarif, right? So Lego's going to do whatever Lego does. But yeah, seeing the Halcyon stuff was really cool, and then. Speaking of what Lego does, Lego, through all of these things, have basically been like, Finn's a Jedi, and we're just going to keep proving it to you over and over again.
I love that.
So we're getting into like the storytelling mechanics of this, and basically Finn is visited by the 3 Force ghosts, which we know is a Jedi thing. So
yeah, and we will eventually see the Force ghost of Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, and Leia Organa. But before we get into the Jedi Force ghosts of it all, I like the point that they make that everyone relaxes differerly on vacation. Mm-hmm. Rey is very much a books person, kind of sleeping by the pool.
Yep.
And Rose Tico is trying out some different fruity drinks, and C-3PO and R2 are very into the spa day, and Poe is a list accomplishing person, and like Finn, bless his heart, is wanting just to hang out with his friends. What kind of vacationer are you?
Yeah, so I am definitely a Poe vacationer. Like if there is an itinerary, like list of activities and things to do, that's what I want to do. I am really bad at relaxing. Like I couldn't do a Rey vacation, like lay by the pool and read. I could do it for like 10 minutes and then I'd be super bored. So yeah, I'm definitely a Poe when it comes to my vacations. But what about you, Cassia? How do you like to relax on your vacation?
So it's funny because I do half Rey, half Poe. Doesn't make sense, no. But I try to rest and read, and then I'm like, okay, we need to do everything. We're only here like 78 hours, so we need to like accomplish things, So I'm kind of both of those. So
yeah, for sure. And I do love when they first get on board, and yeah, Rose is like grabbing the drinks off the gonk droid, because I can definitely identify with that too, for sure. But yeah, it's really fun just to see kind of everyone's like own sort of take with their personality on how they do vacation. I think that's pretty relatable, because yeah, obviously everyone has kind of their own ideals for how they want to relax, and then it kind of sets it up too, right? Because this is after all of the stuff with the the end of Rise of Skywalker. So, they're all all of these friends are, trying to, figure out what to do next, right? Because you can't, there's no more bad guys to fight. So what are you going to do? So everyone's kind of going their own way. It's kind of like the end of high school kind of thing, right? It's your one last get together with your friends before everyone, goes off to college and starts work and all that stuff.
Yeah. And one thing I did like is that the main titles kind of looked like postcards, and we kind of have our own postcards that Astronautica Art made for us, and I believe you can listen about them in episode 95, and you can purchase like our KOTOR themed postcards in the link in the description, and go on a little summer tour, of journeying for the Starforge. Like all your favorite characters are represented, and yeah, but Finn kind of, it's not like he gets ditched, but just everyone kind of has their own kind of way of vacationing, and so he kind of ends up with BVRJ, beverage droid, and he says, what do you recommend for someone whose friends ditched him? And then the droid says, what? Better friends.
That's right. Yeah, he's he wasn't a protocol droid. He was what was he called? What did he call himself? I don't remember. But yeah, something pretty funny. He's sitting there having a drink at the bar, all alone. But who shows up? That is the Force ghost of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Comes in to teach Finn a lesson, and then we get a little flashback of a time that Obi-Wan himself went on vacation in Tatooine, which is where you go for having your best vacations. And he has a pretty fun little romp there. We meet
Colvette?
Yeah, Colvette, yeah. He meets up with her, and they're going to steal some coaxium from Jabba's birthday barbecue, which sounds amazing. If I was on Tatooine, I would want to go to Jabba's birthday barbecue, because who else was there playing the jams, Cassia?
Max Rebo. So automatically I'm like, I gave it 5 stars, because you know how we feel about our blue elephant god.
That's right. Yeah. So they're there rocking out. It's pretty fun actually. So you get Obi-Wan in like a floral like Hawaiian print shirt. He's doing some singing and dancing, which is a lot of fun and kind of insane at the same time. You get a chase from Boba Fett. It's a lot of fun stuff in this one. I thought that it was a good way to get this thing started off, and then we get the important lesson from Obi-Wan Kenobi's Force Ghost vacation story, and that is to have fun in the moment.
Yeah, what I loved is the little Easter eggs, like the Rebel Spy is from Star Tours, and the coaxium is kind of from the Millennium Falcon ride, and I like that the message here is to be present. Like, one of my counselors said, if you're focusing on your past or on your future at the extent of your present, what are you doing? You're pooping on your present. So it's a good life lesson.
It is a good life lesson, and Finn kind of takes that to heart. He's sitting in the bar, right, and he's like, well, I can't, if I'm going to have fun in the moment, I need to go somewhere and have fun, not just sit at this bar alone. And that's when he kind of goes and talks to Rey out by the pool and stuff. That's pretty fun. But yeah, I like this kind of opening section. It was a little bit more action packed than the other two, I thought. And it was, I just thought it was hilarious just to see Obi-Wan kind of, like eating a cheeseburger in his Hawaiian shirt and then getting up and singing and dancing and getting all of the, all the stormtroopers and all the bounty hunters and stuff out onto the dance floor. Just a good time.
Letting loose, yeah. And I just wonder if Alec Guinness is spinning in his grave, like, it's like, this is what Obi-Wan is doing. It's a Lego thing, and he's saying, have fun in the moment. Like, I don't know. It'd be funny.
That's right. And then that becomes kind of a recurring like gag through the thing, right? As the other Force ghosts, we get Anakin and then Leia later, and they're both like, Obi-Wan said to have fun in the moment, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and they think it's hilarious. So that's pretty
grew,
fun.
in his exile. Like, he went through the complete hero's journey, or the hero's adventure, the monomyth, so.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
But guess who's reading by the pool, basically covered in a towel blanket, but with none other than Rey, and she says, I'm going to try to do a Judi Dench impression. Porgs. So many porgs looking at me with their big porgy eyes. And that's what she says, so I thought it was kind of funny.
That is what she says, yeah. And she's under, it's like a giant blanket, so it must not have been very hot up by the pool. Yeah, it was pretty funny. She was asleep, so she's there, and Finn goes to see her. She is sacked out from reading her book, so, can't hang out with Rey, so he heads back inside and escorted down to the surface, because the next stop on this vacation, we're going to the beaches of Scarif, not the beaches of Rakata, which is what... we kind of thought maybe that's where we were going. We thought there was going to be some good KOTOR links. Maybe Rakata Prime is Scarif.
So excited. I thought it was Leon, or whatever he decided to call it, but it was Scarif. But Scarif's still cool.
Scarif is still cool. So Finn gets down there. He's building a sand castle, which looks like Vader's castle, which is pretty fun. And then coming up out of the water is none other than Anakin Skywalker, Darth Vader himself, in scuba suit. Has the breathing going on, which is pretty funny, I think. And yeah, we're on to our next little vacation tale.
Yeah, and Finn learns a life lesson from Emperor Palpatine. If you do what you love each day, you're not really working. And we kind of see Vader and Palpatine partying on Empire Day, but Emperor Palpatine's not really partying on Coruscant, so Vader tries to get them to go to Scarif to have fun, and Palpatine goes metal, Like, he is there to conquer that beach, but everyone gets participation trophies in addition to Ronto wraps. And I think the most important thing we got here was the Scarif backstory. It went from a resort to an Imperial base to a resort again.
That's right. Yeah, it just goes back and forth. I really liked the section too, especially like right when it very first starts, and they're on Coruscant and they're having Empire Day and everyone's eating their Ronto wrap and there's fireworks going on. But there's like this version of the Emperor's March, and it sounds like a John Philip Sousa like patriotic march kind of thing. It's like this upbeat sort of thing, which I thought was pretty fun. But yeah, they go to the beach. I like they're kind of bickering. Like Darth Vader's trying to take him to have a good time, and Palpatine just keeps complaining about it. And you could just see how that's like bringing down Darth Vader. And I think we can all kind of relate with that, right? We get really excited to do something or show someone something, and then they just kind of are not having it, and it makes you feel bad. And you can see that with Darth Vader. And yeah, we get the really fun Vic Venko Weird Al song. It's a Scarif beach party. And that sounds like a good party to me for summer vacation.
For sure. And I really love that we got kind of a Joseph Campbell quote from none other than Anakin Skywalker. And he says, "You got to follow your bliss. Do what you love." And I think that's good life advice and good vacation advice. And also we got to see BB-8 with a cucumber and a towel on his head. So that was precious.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. I like. They kind of went through. They did all of the different beach games. They're like playing like volleyball and shuffleboard and using the Force to win. And then, yeah, Palpatine does not like when everyone gets a participation trophy. He wants to take over the beach. But yeah, do what you love, and that is a really important lesson. I think. Good for Finn. Good for all of us, right? To make sure you're pursuing your own happiness there. So good life lessons from Lego. And then that leaves us with one final Jedi Force Ghost to come, and that is General Leia comes to talk to Finn. And I really like when she shows up, because he's like, oh, Leia, General Leia, and he's like, you're like a general, you're a war hero, you did all these things, and she just says, you did all of those things too, Finn. And I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, and it's always wonderful to see Leia, and she tells the story of Ben Solo. Like, they kind of have an awkward family trip, but it turns better. They're doing one last family trip before they drop off Ben Solo to his Uncle Luke's for training. And we got to see him fly the Falcon, get his first kiss, and just I wrote down Solo family time with like a crying face, because it was just cute. And at the end, we got to see Leia with Ben Solo, and she said, "No one's ever really gone." And it was nice to see Ben Solo, I don't know, represented, respected, and I think it was a nice nod to wanting to see a Force ghost from Ben Solo, and
yeah.
No one's ever really gone if you remember the memories you made. And I thought it was good advice. And I'm like, am I going to cry? And I'm like, good, I didn't cry, because that would be kind of reminding me of like if you listen to episode 46, like it was during Corona, and the Lego holiday special kind of hit me hard. So, yeah. This one is a hard hitter, but I didn't cry, so that's good. You just have to let people go their separate ways, and you'll probably be reunited at the end of things. So, what did you think?
Yeah, so this section was pretty fun too. I liked it's kind of like that take on like a coming of age, like summer camp kind of thing, where you go off to summer camp and you learn how to fly the spaceship, you get your first kiss, you make some friends, you stand up to the bully. Is that kind of a story here for Ben Solo. I really like Matthew Wood does the voice for Ben Solo in the Lego stuff, and he does an awesome job. I really like his kind of take on it and that stuff. And yeah, I just thought it was fun, right? So it gets started off. It's in Mimabon, and Han's been like, "This is where I met Chewbacca," and Ben's like, "Don't care, Dad. I don't want to go to all your places." And then they go to Endor to this retreat, so you get some good Ewok action. Meet a couple new characters. Who are there trying to set up this resort and get one over on the Ewok. So that's kind of fun. There's a really good pun in there for everyone who loves puns. It's the Admiral Snack Bar, which is just absolutely great. But yeah, I like kind of the moral of the story, right? So Ben takes over the Falcon, and Han's kind of talking him through what to do and is proud of him. And then you get that he tells him that he loves him at the end, and Ben says, "I know." Throwback to that most famous of lines, of course. But yeah, just a really sweet little family story, and we never got to see them together as a family. So this was kind of the first time, and it just makes you all the more sad for what's going to happen to these characters.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a missed opportunity that we didn't really see that in the movies, and we never got to see Ben pilot the Falcon in the movies and kind of like have a fun one-liner, but at least we're getting it in the Lego, summer vacation. So
yeah, absolutely. But yeah, as you said, Finn learns that lesson, it's never really goodbye, and it's always hard to say goodbye. And so those are kind of, the three lessons that he takes in. And then, about them, all of the rest of the pals get back together there on the Halcyon, and they're, talking, and, Finn, it kind of lays it out, right? He just had high expectations for what this trip was going to be, and everyone has kind of their own things, but really it was just, didn't want to kind of confront the fact that this was going to be the last time that they were all together, because they were all going off to do stuff around the galaxy, which I thought was really cool, and maybe that's leading us to something in the future. I hope maybe we get some of those stories, because they sound really fun, and I think they could be interesting to explore. Finn says he's going to go and look for other Force-sensitive people like himself, and Rey is going to the Outer Rim to look for abandoned Jedi temples. Rose is going to do like humanitarian type of work, and Poe's leading the next kind of rebel squadron for the fighter pilots there. So a lot of really fun stuff there, and maybe some fun stuff on the future. But I really like this one. It was a lot of fun. I don't know where I would rank it in the 3 for me. I still think I like the holiday special the best, and then this one and the Terrifying Tales were kind of similar in my rankings, but I had a lot of fun with this one.
Yeah, for me, I think a slight edge to the holiday special, followed by this. Who knows, maybe this will edge out holiday special and then Terrifying Tales, but I kind of hope this isn't the end of the Lego Star Wars. I don't know, like maybe we're done with the sequel trilogy side of things, but maybe we could get to Galaxy and era spanning Valentine's Day special, because I love love, and I love Star Wars love, and I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, Valentine's Day one would be really cool. I think that would be kind of the next logical one if they were sticking to kind of holiday structures, I guess. But yeah, it would be fun. I think they do a really good job of kind of incorporating all of the timelines into these. So I mean, obviously, it's kind of been rooted in the sequel trilogy characters, but then the way they're able to tell via flashbacks, or I think in the holiday special they were going through like the kind of like world between worlds kind of things to get to different places, and then these kind of stories they told in Terrifying Tales in the summer vacation to bring characters in from kind of all facets of Star Wars. I think was cool. But yeah, it would be interesting to see if they did something not necessarily that didn't include the sequel trilogy characters, but maybe that the foundation was from somewhere else within Star Wars. Could be kind of interesting, I think.
Yeah, and this is kind of like the Robot Chicken for kids, and someday we will get Star Wars detours. I don't know when, and I don't know how, but something's starting right now. We're probably going to be taken down because I think I accidentally quoted The Little Mermaid, but I want to see Star Wars detours. And But if we get Max Rebo representation in Star Wars Summer Vacation, then so be it. You know, I'm still happy.
That's right. Yeah, as long as Max Rebo is there for the family vacation, I think that we are going to be okay with it. So, yeah, I don't know. Was there anything else we wanted to talk about for the Legos here?
I mean, summer vacation may be ending for you, but that's why we have fall, and you get to experience, you know, pumpkins, pumpkin spice, and it's Atrus's favorite holiday, and we're going to be talking more about KOTOR 2, so be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, we're going to be talking more about KOTOR 2, which will be fun. If we're going to go on a summer vacation somewhere in the KOTOR universe, where should we go, do you think?
Summer vacay. I would say Manon. You just have to go at a safe time, I would say. Or maybe Lehon after the whole Star 4G situation is figured out, and you can just and the weather's nice. It's not rainy, it's not cloudy, and you have a nice sunset.
Yeah, there you go. That sounds pretty nice. So maybe if there's a Lego KOTOR summer vacation, yeah, we can spend a little bit of time on Lehon and go do some swimming with the Firaxan shark. That'd be a good time, I think.
All right, and may the rays be with you.